So this makes Chloe the chosen one, right? Hey everyone, welcome to Princess of Gay. I'm your host Connie, and today we are here with my blind reaction to Season 2, Episode 11 of Lucifer. So we found out last time that Amenadiel blessed Chloe's mother to make her pregnant in the past, meaning Chloe was just this child that wasn't supposed to happen. And she was, because of that, she's like this kind of destined child ordained by God and everything. And it's like, what does this mean? How is this going to affect things? I mean, obviously I know that Chloe is, like, again, a main character throughout the entire series. So it's not like this is going to cause her to, like, be taken away or anything. But I'm wondering what that's going to mean for her storyline in particular. Because we also saw the trial last time of her father's killer. And how she had to, in the end, like, give up on him getting served justice because of saving Lucifer instead. Because, you know, Lucy's mom was kind of being a bitch. She just really sucks. I really don't like her. But we saw that Dan worked to get revenge on him in the end anyway. That, he took things into his own hands against the law and made sure that things were taken care of. With some help from Maze. Who, by the way, last time also got to kick ass and be awesome in this little fight for information. Literal fight for information. And it's just like, she's just the best. She's just so cool. She's so cool. Also, admittedly, kind of hot. The actress is just very pretty. She's a very pretty actress. I can never remember her name. I know she's done other stuff, too. It's like, I know she was in, I think it was that Vikings series or whatever. But I don't think I've actually seen her in anything else. Which kind of sucks, because I would like to. Just like I'd love to see Tom Ellis in other stuff. There was something else I saw Tom Ellis in, and I can't remember. Oh, wait. Was it Supernatural? I don't remember. Hold on, let me see if I can find this. Because I saw Tom Ellis in something else, and it was, like, unexpected. Because it's like I think I saw it before I ever started watching Lucifer, so I didn't realize it at first. Well, apparently he was in Once Upon a Time. I don't think that's what I was thinking of, though. Because I never got too far into Once Upon a Time. But there was something I had seen him in that I realized he was in, like, just semi-recently. Like, the past month or so. And I just can't remember what it is. Let me see if I can find it on his Wikipedia here. Filmography. I think it was a show. I don't think it was a movie. He hasn't been in a lot of movies anyway, apparently. Normally I look at this stuff afterwards, but I'm looking at it beforehand. Apparently he was in 2 episodes of the Catherine Tate show. That's Catherine Tate from Doctor Who, I believe. That's what it was also, Doctor Who. There it is. Yeah, he was in the episode The Last of the Time Lords. With David Tennant's Doctor. That's right. And that was a Master episode, too. That was with the Master. That's exactly what it was. He was in Doctor Who. But yeah, he was Robin Hood, apparently, in an episode of Once Upon a Time. And, he's still doing stuff. There's things that are in post and pre-production currently in terms of shows. And there's a movie that was semi-recent, I think it said, or came out this year. Yeah, the Thursday Murder Club. Oh, it's upcoming. It hasn't been released yet. Oh, but it's by Chris Columbus. That's cool. Helen Mirren, Pierce Brosnan, Ben Kingsley, David Tennant, Jonathan. Jesus, huge cast. Oh, it's a Netflix film that's coming out in August. I might have to check that out. Its plot follows a group of elderly amateur sleuths who attempt to solve a murder. Okay, that sounds like that could be really fun. Maybe I'll check that out. Tom Ellis is apparently going to be in it, so. But yeah, it was definitely Doctor Who that I remember I had seen him in recently. I think I saw the episode again. I think that's what it might have been. No, I don't think I did. Must have been like a clip or something I saw. Because I don't think it said it was season 3 of Doctor Who's 2005 and on run. And I don't think I got that far yet with the reactions I've been watching for it. So, yeah, I think it's a matter of just I saw a clip or something somewhere, maybe a screenshot. But yeah, I definitely want to see a lot of these actors in more things because I don't think I've seen them in a lot, like any of them. Chloe's actress, Amanda Diel, any of them really. So, yeah, just that's something to just mention here real quick. But I'm interested to see where this goes because this entire plot line with Lucy's mom is. I have complicated feelings on it because like there's part of me that I feel like really like I'm enjoying it, but then there's part of me that I'm like kind of tired of it already. And I think mostly the second part comes from me just being tired of her. It's like I want this to be over at this point because it's kind of repetitive too, is it not? It's like she's just trying to ruin Lucy's life in all of these different ways just to get him to, agree to go back with her and stuff like that. And it's just like, it's just the same thing. You're just, I mean, it's not literally the same thing, but you know what I mean. It's basically the same thing every time. And it's just annoying. And on top of that, you already have the repetitive nature from the enemy of the week kind of storylines we get with this show. So, combining all that kind of makes me a little tired of this already with the mom. I kind of want this to just be resolved and figured out already. And I know there's like, I think it's 18 episodes this season, so it's probably not going to be resolved before the end. But still, it's just like, I admittedly care about that probably the least out of anything going on right now in this series. I'd rather continue to focus on Maze's development. But maybe it'll change my mind. Maybe things will turn around. We'll see. For now, though, let's just get this started and hope for the best. Hold up just a sec. Before you click that link down in the description below to get to today's video, I want to remind you of all the awesome content we have both on this channel and the Princess of Gaming channel. Let's check it out. And we are back, and we'll begin with spoilers in 3, 2, 1, now. So I looked it up, and that was indeed Jamie Kennedy. Not really a huge surprise. It's like, I recognized him. When he first showed up, I like, didn't want to say anything, because he looked different enough to where I wasn't 100% sure. And I just didn't want to, like, embarrass myself by saying, like, that it was him. But it's like the second time he appeared, it's like, I was looking at him, it's like, at the end there, and it's like, that's definitely him, right? And yeah, it was. It absolutely was. So just a fun little cameo from Jamie Kennedy there. Um, but yeah, that thing at the end, like with him having whatever this mysterious, I assume, drug was, and whoever the mysterious person who wanted the package initially was, I guess someone above Bert. Yeah, I really want to know what's going on there. That's a big storyline that I'm, again, much more interested in than the shit with Lucifer's mother. Though we see in this she's just kind of being like open and honest and kind to Lucifer now because she wants to push along her his relationship with Chloe, thinking, I guess, that if it reaches that conclusion, it'll like be over or something, and like Lucifer's like test or something as they're viewing it will like lead to him going back or something, something like that. The thing is, they haven't her and Amenadale haven't exactly said what the plan is, but I assume it's basically that. Um, so it's going to be interesting to see how things continue to go with this, especially um with them now fully coming together. I like how both Lucifer and Maze are kind of learning throughout this season a lot about themselves. Maze obviously learning to have a lot of self acceptance and a lot of self confidence. Um, though she takes it a little bit far here with the entire I'm awesome personality switch up. Which, mind you, she is. She is very awesome. But it's like a matter of her ego is kind of getting up there a bit, and I don't think that's what I can never remember her name. Hold on. I don't know why I can never Linda. I had the cast up from the episode and Linda was right next to Andy, Jamie Kennedy's character, so Linda. Um yeah, I don't think that's what she was trying to get Maze to realize exactly. She was definitely trying to get her to have more self confidence and all of that without needing to have like others praise her and stuff. Though it's clear she still likes praise a lot, which fair. I can't hate on her for that. Um, but I think it was like Maze just took it in a very, notable direction. She took it a little farther than what Linda was intending with that. Though it did end up leading to Maze in a sexy stewardess outfit, which I am all for, because goddamn. Like, when she threw that asshole against the wall, it's like, that did something for me. I won't lie. She's a very, very attractive person. And, the performance, especially like with Maze's character. I've talked about this before. I'm not like always super into the entire, for lack of a better way of putting it, dommy mommy type of character. Where it's like you have the strong female characters who are extremely dominant, extremely forceful, and takes charge of everything. But there are certain characters who have that kind of personality, have that kind of vibe to them that I do really get into. One of the big examples is obviously uh, uh, General Armstrong from Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, Olivier Mira Armstrong. Like, she is, obviously absolutely dommy mommy energy. And I am very into that with her. But Maze is just another of those examples where it's just like, it's the performance too. It's like, it's this actress's performance. I'm bad with names. You have to realize that. Let me try to look up her name real quick. Because I feel like bad just calling her this actress. Leslie Ann Brandt. It's like, it's her performance in this that really like sells this personality to me and makes it attractive to me. And mind you, Leslie Ann Brandt, very pretty actress and everything. But yeah, it's definitely the specific performance, and that's what I like best about the character. How like well Leslie Ann Brandt portrays her. The personality helps, the different awesome outfits helps, but it's especially the way she carries herself and her, development throughout, especially this season. Lucifer, meanwhile, is developing in a different way. While Maze is kind of gaining a lot more self-confidence, Lucifer's kind of, losing the self-confidence, because that's always been his big thing. He's had self-confidence forever. That's never been an issue. Humility is what he has to learn, and he's definitely gaining some humility in this episode. From realizing that all of these exes he's had, all of these sexual escapades have really amounted to nothing other than sex. That all of these men and women, all these people who he's, been with, don't see him as anything else than, a really good fuck. It's like that, you could tell how badly that hurt him. To realize that he meant nothing to them. And initially that wouldn't have. Like, early season 1 Lucifer would have not been affected by that at all, because he would have said the same thing right back to them. It's like it wouldn't have meant anything to him either. But because of how Lucifer has grown, and especially because of his relationship with Chloe, he's come to a point where he values how people view him. And he's just starting to realize that, and he just starts to admit it. We see how he talks to Chloe at the end here. How he's become completely humble with himself and admits to her that he doesn't believe he's worthy of her. That she deserves someone better. That she's so great, she deserves happiness, and that's not him in his eyes. But like I was saying, that's exactly what makes him worthy. This is a trope that's been used before and everything. I've seen it in various places, but a person declaring that they're not worthy and acknowledging their faults and telling a potential partner that they deserve the best and that's not them is exactly what makes someone worthy. Because you're showing humility, you're showing that you see that person as a person and as someone who deserves respect, but you're also showing how much you genuinely care about them outside of things like sex or whatnot, by seeing them as someone so worthy of true happiness and love that you just can't imagine that you are worthy of that, and that they deserve the best in the world, and you don't see that as being you. That's what won over Chloe in the end. That's why she kissed him. Because he put her so far above himself there in a way that completely went against his entire personality before, that she's like, this man truly loves me. And she's seeing how much he truly loves her. This entire episode, you see Chloe saying oh, I made a mistake and everything because of, this stewardess coming in and, ruining the moment. And her view is based around that they're just too different in what they want and need. And that Lucifer doesn't view and value her in the same way that she does to him. As we definitely saw even with last episode, with her, like, basically sabotaging her own case against her father's killer by standing up for Lucifer. So she very much loves him, and it's become more clear than ever, even before this episode. But, like, through that, through his actions here and his words here, he's proven that he loves her back in a way that, like, hasn't been proven before. Like, because he's pleading with her this entire episode. It's like, I didn't sleep with her after you left. And he's continuously, telling her, I never slept with Charlotte. Though he still won't tell her why, but... It's like, he's trying to plead with her that she's the only person that ever meant anything to him. But in the end, the way he wins her over is not trying to plead or prove himself. He wins her over by just being honest and putting her first. Something he has not done before. He put her first. Put her happiness above his own. And that's what caused her to fall in love with him. To truly admit that she's fallen in love with him. That was the one thing that was missing. And he finally came to realize it. And yes, it was partially due to Amenadiel and his mother and what they had said, which is obviously based on false pretenses. But he still realized this as the truth and still told her flat out. And that's what's important. Now, there was also this over-obsessed super fan of Lucifer, and I'm just going to say right away that this instantly reminded me of Sarah Silverman's character from Monk. In the series Monk from, like, the early 2000s with Tony Shalhoub, Sarah Silverman played a character who was a super fan of Monk, of Adrian Monk. She was this super fan, and she was, like, obsessed with him. And we kind of see those same vibes here with this girl. And it's to a degree where it's like, yeah, it's kind of creepy, it's kind of weird. She's not a person who's, like, going to cause harm or be a bad person or whatnot. Just creepy, just weird. And that's, I don't know, I guess it's funny, but sometimes in real life, like, over-obsessed fans like this can end up being a danger. Can end up being a legitimate threat to people. Whether other fans of the person or whether even the celebrity themselves. Like, I believe it was, like, an over-obsessed fan who killed Christina Grimmie. And I think it was the same thing with, like, John Lennon and whatnot. It's just like this can very much happen where where people are killed by fans who are just, like, ridiculously, like, attached to them to an unhealthy degree. And yeah, while we can watch a show and, like, kind of laugh at how absurd it is, it's like, again, this kind of real stuff has happened. It's not as absurd as you think. It's not, like, super common, but it's not really that absurd. I wonder if the character is going to return again, though. I wonder if she's going to come back at any point. But yeah, there was a lot of interesting moments in this episode, but it was definitely the ending that was the moment. Chloe kissing him, like, them finally becoming a thing. At least, you know, to a degree here. it's like this is good, because they could have dragged out this romance for pretty much the entire series. And I'm not saying it's going to like be like instantaneously perfect. They're not going to like necessarily going to be like just a couple from here on out. It's probably going to take some time for them to like get used to this and figure things out with this. Sure. But the fact that they're already engaging in it, that they're already sharing a kiss, that things are already progressing to this point in season 2 of, what is it, 5 total? This is good. It's not taking as long as it honestly could. And that's important. Now it's just a matter of seeing what happens next, because we got a new storyline being added into things. And that's not, obviously necessarily going to inflict with the other storylines going on, but it could connect to them. We'll just have to see. Either way, I really did enjoy this episode for a lot of reasons, and I want to hear your thoughts. So tell me in the comments below, what did you think of this episode of Lucifer Season 2? And for now, I'm Connie, and I'm signing off. See y'all next time.